Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, joins me now. Speaker Johnson, it's really a pleasure to have you. You just heard from President Biden, and he said the American people dissent, I dissent. What say you?
Kayleigh, what we're seeing tonight is despicable and it is dangerous. The president has been trying to undermine our legal system. First, they weaponized the Department of Justice to go after his chief political opponent, which, of course, is Donald Trump. And now, when it doesn't work the way they planned it, the way they designed it, when the law gets in the way of what they're trying to do, now he's trying to undermine the Supreme Court itself. It truly is an unprecedented moment in American history. And it's at a dangerous time. You know, President Biden showed the country that he is unfit to continue to serve in office. He does not have the capacity and the mental acuity to do it. And he's so desperate, now that everybody has seen that he's willing to turn on the system of justice itself. It's really a remarkable evening. Everything that we're watching is remarkable. You
know, Speaker Johnson, your Democratic counterpart, Hakeem Jeffries, had a really curious quote. He talked about the extreme far-right justices being brought into compliance. What does that mean?
I have no idea. Look, there's all sorts of hyperbole tonight and just this fantastical, these hypotheticals they've made up. Future presidents are going to turn into assassins and all the rest. It's madness. Listen, remember this. The president and the vice president are the only two offices in our constitutional system that are elected by all the people. No one who is elected to that office is going to be prone to this kind of crazy criminal activity. What the court is saying here follows common sense and, of course, our Constitution as well. You have to have the president with the ability to make difficult decisions hourly, daily, and not be worried about rogue prosecutors going after them at some point in the future. I mean, the president can't operate if he has that kind of sword of Damocles hanging over his head. And that's very simply what the court ruled today. It should have been 9-0. It was only 6-3. And the liberal justices are playing along with the charade. I really do think it's a scary thing for them to undermine the court itself.
Speaker Johnson, in the wake of the debate performance from President Biden Thursday, you made these comments on the Hill. Let's listen.
There's a lot of people asking about the 25th Amendment, invoking the 25th Amendment right now, because this is an alarming situation. As I mentioned, our adversaries see the weakness in this White House, as we all do. But, you know, unfortunately, it's not the House that gets to determine that. It's the cabinet under the Constitution. Of course, it's the cabinet that makes that decision. I would ask the cabinet members to search their hearts. We hope that they will do their duty, as we all seek to do our duty, to do best by the American people. These are fateful moments.
Speaker Johnson, most of us haven't sat across from Joe Biden. You have sat across from the president. I'm curious if you've seen anything that's concerning, like what America saw on the debate stage.
I have, and I've tried to be judicious about this. I've not gone and done press conferences about private conversations because, frankly, Kayleigh, it's been very alarming to me. Now, some of these exchanges have been reported because other persons knew about our conversations, but I've been concerned about what our adversaries see. We need to make certain tonight one thing is clear. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, that they understand that the U.S. military is ready to act at any time. And regardless of the turmoil with regard to the president, America is strong. We will defend our interests, and you need not second guess that. But in the meantime, the reason we're talking about the 25th Amendment is because the fourth clause of the 25th Amendment has never been used. It is when the vice president and a majority of the cabinet members agree that the president is unfit and unable and incapable of continuing his duties. I think that's what we're watching here. Unless the president is reading off a teleprompter, I don't think he's capable of making these big decisions, and that is something that should alarm all of us, and it's something that we need to be talking about. I think people are privately murmuring about this, but I think desperate times call for desperate measures, and we may well be at that moment.
You know, final question. I just have a few moments. The House Judiciary Committee has sued in the district court today to get the Robert Hur tape. Of course, special counsel Robert Hur called Biden a well-meaning elderly man not fit to stand trial. Do you think you get that tape?
We need that tape desperately. That audio tape will confirm what all of us know. The reason they've been hiding it without any valid legal reason is because they didn't want us to see what we all saw on display last Thursday night at that debate. The cat is out of the bag now. We need that. The House needs it to continue our investigation, which is our constitutional responsibility. We're reviewing the decision of the special counsel, Robert Hur, who decided not to charge President Biden on the classified documents case because he was unfit, incapable of standing for trial because he's a feeble old man. I mean, effectively, that's what he said. We need to make sure the audio tape matches the transcript that they gave us. It's a very important responsibility we have. We're not going to let up, and we went to court to force that subpoena and make the Attorney General do his job.
Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, always a pleasure. Thank you.